There's an underwater cave that's filled with crutches and canes and faces that were washed away from innocence and pain. They don't care who lost or won. They just wanna get the whole thing over and done.
The things that are unique about playing with American Music Club, the most unique thing is the music itself, Mark's songs, and the emotional manner in which they're delivered. There have been nights where I've been in tears because of the drama and the beauty while we're playing, and that's a rarity. I haven't experienced that in very many other playing situations.
I just called you up to see if you wanted to go out and drink a little wine and waste some time on a roller coaster ride. But you say it's too dangerous to lead an empty life, and I hate to see all your sweet words just go to waste. But honey, they're a little weak. Yeah, they're weak for my taste. They're weak for my taste. They're weak for my taste. Yeah, they're weak for my taste. They're weak for my taste. The hard thing about writing songs is that some of the best songs happen by accident. If you work on a song, you'll find that it just sounds worked on. Every song you write has to sound free-flowing and natural. The trouble is sometimes those songs which come naturally, they happen for reasons that are beyond your control, and that can be annoying when you're constantly trying to write songs.
10 years ago, Vudi came and asked me if I wanted to play in this band with this guy named Mark Eitzeli, who he thought deserved to have a band playing behind him. When we started playing this really kind of frightening music, I mean, I was frightened the whole time I ever played a show. And I think from day one, our first show in like 1984, until now, I'm still frightened.
In my seat over the wing, well, I'm the happiest hot potato on the plane. Yeah, I'm looking, it's beautiful. I think I wanna go and live out there right now. Oh, stewardess, can you fix me? Oh, stewardess, can you fix me? Some mercury. Did a few different things, and then I ran into Mark, and he's the best songwriter I'd ever seen at the time, and even though he wasn't squat compared to what he is now, but I figured it was the scene for me. So I told him I thought he was really good, and he said fuck you and walked away. And about 6 months later he called me up and said let's start a band. Everybody in the band has a different function, you know, like Danny is more the heart of the band, and Vudi is the dad sort of thing. He's the leader, I would say.
And Bruce?
Bruce is the technician, and he's probably the best musician overall. And me and Tim are the ex-punk rockers.
What I'm trying to do is kind of add an element of rhythm that has never really been there before. Because, like, technically I'm not a very good drummer, but feel-wise, I can do it.
The structure of the music that we play is really different than a lot of other pop music, and it turns a lot of people off, and I think it turns a lot of people on as well. It's really modal. It's it's a trip being inside the music because there's so many notes swirling around all at the same time that you really have to. It's more of like pushing large objects around than it is like doing surgery or anything like that. It's not terribly precise all the time. It's usually this sort of hulking mass that's sort of careening out of control. It's a lot of fun. It's also kind of terrifying sometimes as well.
I could warm to any touch. So how did you get so cold? At first it didn't mean very much. Now you rule my life. I watch a house of cards take a deep breath. I watch it breathe word for word.
The new album, Mercury, that we're just finishing with Mitchell Froom is probably the best one we've ever done. We've gotten into Smokey Robinson and Marvin Gaye, so we're sort of listening to that kind of music a lot more than we are country western. So the album has a different tone and a different feel than most of our other ones. We tried to make this album a lot more aggressive because we felt that in the past we've made albums that were too soft, that were treating the music too preciously, which sounds like a good thing to do, except that you tend to lose the drive of the music when you're too reverent towards it.
Music just needs to have an edge to it, you know. Not this overproduced, sheeny stuff. It's what I like about music. It's what I like about this band, you know, is that there's this underlying river of, you know, screwed up emotions running underneath, and, you know, perhaps without sounding pretentious, you know, music's a good way to bring that out of people and maybe help them a little bit.
Well, it's never what you want. It's just the kind of thing that always happens here. Yeah, you watch the good old days pass you by, leaving your cupboards bare. Oh, gratitude walks. Gratitude walks. Gratitude walks on 6th Street.
Every time I get interviewed, it always comes down to some kind of psychological study. Most interviewers want to know if they can possibly help me in any way, which is always kind of amusing. And I think a lot of people don't really see there's a lot of humor attached to what I do. I mean, you can always tell when people really have been through something, or when they have really felt something, because then the humor, there's humor attached, and it's, I don't know, I guess, you know, I'm trying to explain why there's so much humor in a band that has a reputation for being so intensely sad. I mean, you know, I never thought this playing a sad song was about, you know, having some psychological problem. I think that only happened in the last few years. I think usually, I mean, when Billie Holiday sang, they never said that she had a psychological problem. Or when Hank Williams did a sad song, they never said he had a psychological problem. They said, oh yeah, I can relate to that song.
What happens to the rat that stops running the maze? The doctors think it's dumb when it's just disappointed. I meant it when I said that I would never see you again. But no matter how dumb I get, there's one thing I'll always do.
What we're trying to do is really approach music and approach our audience in a way that's as intense as it can be, as honest as it can be, and not trying to really pull the wool over anybody's eyes.
I mean, the music it's always, you know, tended towards folk roots. Even the first album, we played dulcimer, we played mandolin. There's lots of acoustic guitars. There's a complete acoustic number on that. And that came out in 1985, and here it is almost 1993. We've still got all the acoustic instruments. We've got the country western influence, we've got the pedal steel.
Well, I've been a mess since you've been gone.
Because we've been together for so long, we've actually grown kind of close, and I sort of view the band as kind of an extended family. We sure work together well. We all know each other's weaknesses, and after 10 years, there's really never been any huge, serious disagreements. We're all equally as ambitious, and we're all equally committed to making our music, so it works out really well.